Throughout the past couple of years of competitive Pokemon, one Pokemon has been dominating in Smogon and in VGC formats and is thus seen on many different Pokemon teams. That Pokemon is none other than Landorus Therian, which as of recording this video is currently the most used Pokemon in VGC and Smogon percentage-wise. So what makes Landorus so good, and how come pretty much everybody wants to use this Pokemon? In this video, we will be discussing that, but before we get too far into the video, make sure you guys click that like button as it really does help the channel grow, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a future upload. To give a brief history on Landorus, it was first introduced in Generation 5 and has been dominating ever since. Landorus has two different forms, Landorus Incarnate with Sheer Force and Landorus Therian, who will be the main focus of this video with the Intimidate ability. Taking a closer look at Landorus Therian's stats, we have 89 HP, 145 attack, 90 defense, 105 special attack, 80 special defense, and 91 in speed. All of these stats are pretty good, as you have a good HP stat of 89, a phenomenal attack stat of 145, and good enough defenses with 90 in defense and 80 in SPDEF to warrant some bulky sets. You also have a respectable special attack stat of 105, and 91 speed, which is definitely manageable. Landorus Therian also has a fantastic move pool with good coverage, setup options, and some utility moves. This Pokemon is incredibly versatile, which is one of the big reasons why you see it used on so many different teams. It can be used as a reliable Stealth Rocket with U-Turn, a good Choice Scarf Pokemon, or a setup Pokemon with Swords Dance and Rock Polish, or even both. You can even utilize Landorus' special attack stats if you really want to, and you can do something like run HP Ice on it to hit opposing Landorus's, which does happen sometimes. Outside of Landorus' 4x weakness to Ice, the other big hindrance it had prior to Generation 7 was its lack of a flying stab move. The only physical flying stab move it gets is Fly, which really isn't that great of a move on its own competitively. Luckily for Landorus, the introduction of Z-moves helped this Pokemon even more, which is crazy to think how a Pokemon that was already ridiculously good could get even better. Landorus could now run Flyinium Z to have a strong flying move on top of Fly, so you don't have to wait that extra turn, and Landorus could utilize other Z crystals such as Groundinium Z and Fightium Z depending on your team composition. I think it goes without saying that Landorus Therian is one of the better Z users in this whole game. In terms of its 4x weakness to Ice, which is probably the most common 4x weakness anyway, this really isn't that much of a hindrance since Landorus could take a lot of the physical Ice moves thanks to its Intimidate ability, and then fire back with a fighting move such as Superpower. And besides Ice, Landorus' only other weakness is Water. Only having a total of 2 weaknesses is pretty good, especially since Landorus is immune to 2 different types, in Electric and Ground thanks to its typing of Ground and Flying. There are a few other Pokemon out there that are somewhat similar to Landorus, such as Gliscor, which shares the same typing and can fulfill a similar role to Landorus in some specific instances. Gliscor is best used as a defensive Pokemon with Poison Heal, however, and although it does have a better defensive stat line compared to Landorus, it doesn't have the same versatility or the same offenses that make people gravitate towards Landorus. Gliscor also can't take advantage of Z moves as reliably due to the fact that you pretty much always want to have Toxic Orb on Gliscor, which is what ultimately makes Landorus better than Gliscor. Despite many people slapping Ice moves on their Pokemon just because of the popularity of 4x weak Pokemon such as Landorus, that doesn't stop Landorus from being one of the most commonly used Pokemon out there. It has only gotten stronger since its initial release in Generation 5, and I believe that Landorus will continue to be one of the most used Pokemon out there for many years to come. Let me know what you guys think of Landorus Therian in the comment section down below, and of course make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys want to see another Pokemon featured on the series, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. But of course, since this is a series about Pokemon that are so commonly used, please only recommend Pokemon that are very, very common, such as Landorus. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, I will see you guys next time, and bye bye.